Okay, now we're going to take a look at the magnetic snap. When you find a magnetic snap, you'll have 4 pieces. There's the male end, the female end, and 2 washers, one for each side. These are all the pieces you'll need to install your magnetic snap. However, I'm also going to recommend getting 2 squares of fusible fleece that are 1.5 inches square, and they're fusible on one side and fuzzy on the other. And I'll show you how to use those in just a minute. So what we're going to do is have our pocket piece here. I've already installed the male end of the magnetic snap on the flat pocket cover, the pocket flap. And then we have the female end, which we're going to install on the pocket piece. Those will go together and we'll create the front of our bag. So I've already prepared my pocket piece. I'm going to fold this in half to find the direct center. Now I'm going to take 1 square of the fusible fleece and mark it with a Sharpie marker. I actually have one marked here. We're going to mark across, so one line about 3/4 or 1/2 inch down, and another line going right across that. You'll place your washer right over the center point. And then take your Sharpie marker and draw a vertical line in each of the prong placement marks to the left and right side of the center point. And that's what it'll look like. As you see here, I've already fused the fusible side of that square to the back side of my fabric, the wrong side of the fabric, over the center point, and it's 2.5 inches down from the top, as is called for in my pattern. So once I've fused that on, it's time to rip out my seam ripper. And I'm going to rip just the tiniest hole in both the left and right sides where the prong placement marks are. Here we go. You want to make them as small as possible, so you really have to force the prongs through the other side. Now if you get a little too big, a little too feisty with your seam ripper, you can use a little bit of seam sealant right here on these seams, and that'll help to keep your magnetic snap from sneaking down where you don't want it to go in your bag. So now you're going to take your magnetic snap, see we need the female side, and poke it through. And I have already done so, see right here. So what you'll have here, on one side, through the right side of the fabric, you'll push the female end of the magnetic snap. On the back side, you have your fusible fleece, a washer, and then the left and right prongs. So go ahead and bend those out to the left and right side. And another tip here, it's a really great idea. Take an extra square of the fusible fleece, the 1.5 inch, and go ahead and fuse that over the back of your magnetic snap. And that'll help to keep those prongs from rubbing through to your fabric on the other side. And go ahead and fuse that together. You have your finished pocket, the pocket flap. Make sure that they fit together nicely. And this is ready to be top stitched and added to your bag. So I hope that you have learned a little bit more how to get your magnetic snaps centered and secure on your bag. I hope you'll check out On The Go Bags. Thanks so much for watching.